Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Kris Yunker on playing Bowlive.
So you played with some New Orleans heavyweights there, like George Porter, who we recently
Yeah.
spoke to too. You want to talk a
Oh,
little bit about
cool.
the Bow Live and all that?
Yeah, that was an incredible experience. I was working for Soul Live, for that Bowl Live, just like keyboard teching for Neil and helping with anything else that needed it. I brought the gear down from Massachusetts and set it all up. And there was like some issues going on each night. Like the Leslie wasn't working the first night, and then we got that fixed. And then the next night, like Neil looks at me like with a face of terror, and his bass was going in and out of tune, like from his computer. So he uses his computer for left-hand bass, and it was just like drifting out of tune. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. We tried to suss it out, and his computer crashed after the first song. So George
Ooh.
Porter was like, on it. He's there. So he was covering bass for the whole first set. And then we finally got my computer dialed in to help with his bass. So he had that the second set, and that was working. And and sure enough, like next day, I walk down from my hotel room, and Al looks at me and he's like, "What you doing tonight?" I'm like, "I'm working for you guys." And he said, "Well, you're pulling double duty." And I'm like, "What?" And apparently Neil had gotten COVID.
Oh.
Super crappy. It was,
Wow.
but like he was totally all right and everything. But he couldn't come and do the show, and they asked me to fill in for his shoes, which are pretty heavy shoes to fill, but I did the best I could and had an amazing time. Got to play with George Porter Jr. for the first time.
He said it was awesome. I mean, we talked about that a little bit.
Oh, cool. Right
Yeah,
on.
no, because I think, for him, it maybe was a little bit different than maybe what he might normally get asked to do. I think it seemed like had a good energy that he was looking for.
He was
Yeah.
saying that how he wanted to do more like jazz kind of fusion stuff, and
Yeah.
Schofield had called him to do a
Oh.
session, and he showed up, and it was for gospel songs.
It's like, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
that
playing,
was that like a month ago or so?
that was in the
Ish?
summer.
Was that in
So
the
it was
summer?
like 6 months ago. Yeah. Six
Okay.
or 7 months ago. Yeah. Just like, I just locked in with him immediately. I've played all of those meters tunes with so many people, and I just like get used to, playing it with a bunch of different people. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, he wrote all these bass lines, and he's like playing them now
Right
the way
there.
he plays them now. And I just like soaked into his like solid groove and got swept away with it. It was an amazing night.
Is that a preference? Like that to kind of be involved in so many different projects? I mean, you've recorded with Carl Denson, like the list is like extensive.
Hmm.
Is that kind of for creative purposes, something that like really works for you versus more of like the, steadier kind of playing with the same artists all the time in a
It's
band?
just kind of happened that way. I
Yeah.
mean, I definitely really like to play with lots of individuals because it helps myself grow, and it's really always exciting to just see how different people play and experience playing with like especially heavyweights. It just teaches me something every time I get to work with them. But I do love the camaraderie that comes of having a band that you spend a lot of time with. Um, it's just the way things have unfolded over the years. I've been in multiple bands and had a great time, and then other things happen, and I just end up going another direction and going this direction. I just kind of roll with it, and that's it would be great to have a single band to focus on for a minute. I keep talking about that. People keep asking me about that, so maybe that's on the
Fuzz,
horizon.
you got Fuzz.
Yeah, Fuzz and Cal. Yeah.
You can
That's a great band.
trios are big now. There's Knives and Oregon Fairchild and
What?
the Special.
You're throwing out some names. I know the Special guys, but
Right. Oregon Fairchild's out of Buffalo. They're a
cool.
bunch of old deadheads who played in dead cover bands forever, and now are doing original music as an organ trio. And Knives are out of Peoria, maybe,
Yes.
or something
Yep,
like that.
you got
And
it.
they're
Yeah.
an all instrumental organ, bass, and drums.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to check them out.
Their stuff is really it's good. It's really unique sound for sure.
I'm all over that.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.